I'm going to tell you something that's going to sound silly. It's going to sound maybe a little ridiculous, but I'm telling you because this worked for me. When my second wife and I split up, I was suffering from deep depression, paralyzing depression, anxiety. I would throw up all the time, insomnia. I couldn't sleep at all. And so I was laying in bed one night. It was 3 o'clock in the morning. And I have one of those Alexas in my room. And I said, Alexa, what percentage of marriages that begin as affairs end in divorce? And with that chipper voice, she said, the percentage of marriages that begin as affairs and end in divorce is 93%. And I thought, great. Well, there I was laying there, wide awake, feeling sorry for myself. And I said out loud, you're a good guy and you don't deserve to be treated this way. And I said it out loud a couple of times. You're a good guy and you don't deserve to be treated this way. That became my mantra for the next 6 months. And I would say it all the time. And then I started believing it. And I said, damn it, I am a good guy and I don't deserve to be treated that way. And it got me through. My 21st birthday is right here at the front of my mind. And I'll tell you why. My state senator, I had this corrupt state senator in my hometown. And my dad was friends with him. And my dad asked him to get me a job, a summer job, and he got it for me as a toll collector on the Pennsylvania Turnpike. So on my 21st birthday, August 9th, 1985, I worked an 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. shift, and I then got in the car and drove to Philadelphia to see my girlfriend. 7 hours all the way across the state of Pennsylvania to see my girlfriend. I get there at 9 o'clock, 9:15, whatever it was at night. And I get out of the car. She comes out of the house and she breaks up with me. I was like, doggone it. I mean, she was the one who got away. I was really in love with her. We're Facebook friends now, and she's married to a wonderful guy, and she has kids and grandkids, and everything's great. So I slept on the couch in her parents' house that night. And the next morning I got up. I figured, well, I'm in Philadelphia. I'm going to buy a couple of Philly cheesesteaks. So I bought 2 Philly cheesesteaks, 9 o'clock in the morning, and drove all the way back, 7 hours back to Newcastle, Pennsylvania. My mom and dad said, how'd it go? I said, well, not well, but I brought home a couple Philly cheesesteaks anyway. Don't have a birthday like that. That's no good. A story. I have a story for you. I had just arrived in Athens in 1998, and I was declared to the Greek intelligence service, meaning my chief took me over to their chief and said, this is my CIA man. He's here to work with your intelligence people. So declared, no secrets, working together. So they said, listen, we have an operation plan. We're going to break into this terrorist's house. It's on an island. I said, awesome. So we take a hydrofoil over to this island, but you never know what the sea is going to be like. Is it going to be smooth or it's going to be choppy? And if it's choppy, it's going to be delayed maybe for hours, and then we lost our window. So we went 6 hours early, and the sea was like oil. It was so smooth. So we had 6 hours to kill. So we're on this island, and they asked me if I wanted to go to this famous monastery that was on the island, and I said, oh, yes. I said, I'm a pious Greek Orthodox Christian, and the monastery was founded by a very important saint. And so, yes, I would love to see it. I'd love to see the saint's home and his tomb. So we went there. Well, there's a little chapel attached to the tomb, and everybody's putting in 100 drachma coins to light a candle. I didn't have any coins, and I didn't have any small bills. So I put in a 10,000 drachma bill. Wow, that's like $25. No big deal. It's going to the church. What do I care? But the head of their team was watching me. And we learned that he later said, listen, I don't want anybody to mess with this new Greek American guy. He said, I was watching him, and he's a good Christian boy. I want everybody to leave him alone. And I went that entire tour without ever having surveillance. So, you know what? Sometimes the good guys do come out on top.